is up, guys? All right, so I had my training break last week and checked in with coach today. We're down like 5 pounds, which is crazy to lose that much in a week. But that's what happens when your body is metabolically primed and ready to go and you've been actually eating a lot. So he updated my training program. I've got some new movements in here that I have not had before. I've got some of them that are staying the same. The split itself is mostly the same. So I'm starting my training week here today on a Thursday with shoulders and quads. Why are we doing that? Well, those are two things that I need to bring up. So I do end up hitting legs about 3 times a week, shoulders twice, back twice, and it works out pretty nicely. So today we've got dumbbell side raises. We're gonna be hitting 2 top sets, 2 drop sets. Then we're going in dumbbell shoulder press, 2 top sets, 2 drop sets. Dumbbell Y raises, so chest support on a bench, 2 top sets, 2 drop sets. And then I will go into my leg portion of the day with leg extensions. We'll discuss later. Belt squat. Unfortunately, this gym and my other gym don't have belt squats, so Clarissa won't be doing belt squats. I'm considering pendulum or heels elevated Smith machine squat. We'll see if he gets back to me before we get to that movement, because I did text him. I thought we had a belt squat and we don't, so that's my bad. And then we'll finish up with some adductors. So solid training session today on the plan. Since we have 2 top sets and drop sets in most of those, it is going to take just a little minute to get through the shoulders. But other than that, I'm excited. Anytime you get a new training program, it's kind of exciting, like going through everything and be like, what the heck is that? And hoping you do it right, hence training videos. Send your training videos to your coach, guys. I can't coach you if they don't have your videos. Starting off with some shoulder stretches here. These are ones that I've done a long time. They're very similar to the stretches that I did for my back day, but I set this thing up at shoulder height instead of high height. Yeah. Anywho, so we're gonna rotate that wrist around and just let that scapula retract, protract, all that good old jazz. Wish this band was a little tighter, but it's all good. I do rotate my thumb back here. It's really elongate the chest. Turn my head away, get into that neck. That's a nice one. Then we'll turn around, get into that rear delts a little bit. And then the last one, which was not on my last video, you're gonna take your elbow, it's gonna go up in the air, lean in forward, we'll get some of that tension. So it is a nice tricep stretch, but I actually feel it in the back of that shoulder. And then I do what I call half moon, where I circle out. Come all the way down, add a little more tension to that, and circle back up. And just repeat that a couple times back and forth, just to get extra rotation and really warming up that rotator cuff. And then we switch sides, do it all again. So we are starting with dumbbell lateral raises. I actually like starting my shoulder days with these. It's a nice warm up versus going straight into shoulder press, which is what I had before. It's a little bit of a win. Anywho, starting out with 2 warm up sets here, and then I will throw it in to our top sets. Since we are just keeping failure, it's gonna be kind of easier to know where I'm going because I started with failure, or I was in failure sets before the training break, so I'll probably do today's set similar to the weight that I was using before. Not quite the same weight, but similar. So the next set will be top set. We'll have a back down set, and then we'll have 2 drop sets. All right, here we go. Going into our top set here. I think my rep range is 8 to 10. Oh, dang. One thing about me, I'm not going to be doing too many reps, brother. Anything over 10 is cardio. 9 to 12. All right, a minimum of 9 of these, a maximum of 12. If I'm able to do more than 12, that tells me that this is too light for failure, but we'll be all right. So I'm not able to get my arms up all the way. It tells me I hit mechanical failure. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there since I have had some shoulder just like meh lately. Last thing I wanna do is encourage the shoulders to not like me. And that was mechanical failure, it was starting to hurt. So I went ahead and stopped. I couldn't get all the way up anymore. On these back downs and failure sets, I'm gonna be a little bit more intentional about my, I guess you could say, form and effort, because the weight's gonna be less. Just means that there's less impact on that joint and muscle overall. So potentially the form can be better, even though the burn's gonna still be there. In this one, and we're gonna go straight into 2 drops. This is with the 20s. So I need to get, I believe, 10 to 12 here. All right. This is a 25. You know, you think you've gained professional status in something, and then might have rested a little too long there. So we're gonna drop just to 15s. As a rule of thumb, I like to get 10 for my drops, but that doesn't always happen. My honey took his shirt off. Started to distract me. 4, 5, 7. All right, that was 11. Down here, moving on to dumbbell shoulder press. Real quick, I don't have a space to put the camera at the moment, but I just wanted to show you my setup for shoulder press. So I do have a slight recline here. This is going to make sure that I'm not too upright with everything. Oftentimes when you're too strict upright, it'll cause some impingements in the shoulder. So by putting a slight recline everything, I'm gonna be able to keep my elbows forward better, actually having something to sit into as I shoulder press. And you'll see it more once I actually get into the exercise. Thankfully it's not busy in the gym today, so I am able to just set my dumbbell or my camera up on the dumbbell rack. Usually I wouldn't do that because, I don't know, somebody might need those 20s. So here we are. I'm gonna make sure to pull my pelvis forward, flattening that low back into the seat. Everything else is nice and sturdy here. I'm not pulling everything back. That's gonna pinch my shoulder blades back. I wanna actually keep my elbows forward, which is gonna keep my scapular plane more in line with what it is made to do, mechanically speaking. From here, we just press up, all right? Once you press up, you're gonna be inclined to like start arching. Don't do that. Keep your low back into the pad. I'm gonna come down. I will come down just to where my elbows are underneath the 90-degree line, and then we'll go in. This is just a warm up. Oh, someone's calling me. It is not feeling, I'm not feeling as strong as I was before. I was repping out to 60s for, was repping up the 60s for about 9 or 10.
Do it. 4 reps?
Yeah, we can. Training break, and then also lower food. So not trying to be superwoman here, just trying to stay within my rep range, and then we'll grow, hopefully, from this. Okay, 9 to 12. 40 felt hard. Yeah, lightweight.
Yep, come up. Come up.
7.
There we go. Come
8.
on. Finish it. Finish it.
9. One more. Oh.
There it is.
Oh. Owie. Probably 8 and 2 there. All right, so I did my drop sets on shoulder press. No need to video that for you because they were hard, and y'all only got the attention spans for so long. It was a YouTube video. All right, here we go. So we have dumbbell Y raise. This is our last exercise. It is gonna be chest supported, shoulders retracted, not like hovering over the bench or anything, okay? So when I raise these up, palms stay down. I like to come to about eye height or forehead height. You will see this done like way higher, but that's just where I feel the best without my traps contracting. So right here, my traps will want to take over. I don't want that. All right, that was my one warm-up set there. Then go ahead and go into my top, back down, and then I believe we got 2 drop sets here as well. But we're just gonna double check that because I don't want to lie to you. Yep, so top, back down, 2 drops. Just got a message from coach. He said, I don't get to do pendulum. I will have to do heels elevated. Yeah, sad day for me. Since my top set is 9 to 12, I'm gonna go ahead and use the 20s. I was using the 25s, but I wanna make sure that I don't start too low and then my drops are useless. So here we go. You can see my foremost really sucking there towards the end. Also, I don't love how that bench keeps moving. All right, so my back down is gonna be with the 15s, and then I'll do immediately 2 drops with the 10s and 5s, and that'll be it for shoulders. We'll get into some legs. All right, so since we're merging into legs next, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up my hips a little bit. I'll do my split stretches at the end today after legs. I don't wanna elongate my hamstrings and hips too much, like I said before, and risk actual injury. So it's better to do my hip stretches after my workout. Everything will be pretty warm and I'll be able to stretch more optimally that way versus stretching and then training heavy on a stretched muscle. Not a good idea. So instead, I'm doing my dynamic stretches, similar to what I did for my shoulders, but hips. So we're getting movement into the muscle, blood into the joint and the muscle. And just gonna be a more effective warm-up than my 45-second elevated pigeon hold. But since I have been staying on top of my stretches in general, I haven't felt as tight overall in my hips, which, because of all of the extra work, is helping even inside of this mobility work, because it's making me more effective even outside of those stretches. Sorry. Oh, you can still see me. Nice. I thought I squatted low enough. I like doing rounded upper back ones, so my hips get a little over the ground. Then I'll push my chest through to challenge the spinal stability. Also my ankles. Can't see it, but my ankles are flat on the ground right now. All right, feet all the way close together. We'll do that same thing. So rounded upper back, and we'll pull through. Rounded upper back, and then we'll pull through. And then I always like to end with a Jefferson curl. Just coming all the way up, not concussing ourselves. Oof. I could always do more, but I'm already pretty warm on the whole, just from everything else I've been doing already. So that's that. Jeez, getting here home. So, is he about to leave? Somebody's on the good leg extension, but he's looking around, you know? He's got that looking around look, like he might be not. Anyways, I'm gonna get my warm up done here. This is a weird set, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Mark has thrown a little wrench in things. Used his little creative man brain here. So I have one top set. It's a failure. 9 to 12. And then I'm going to flex my quads for 1 minute. Doesn't really say. Oh, never mind. It does say. Flex quads at top, like in the front pose. So we're just gonna stand in my front pose, squeezing my quads for 1 minute after my top set. So blood flow, blood flow, blood flow, blood flow, death, isometric hold. And then my second top set, 15 to 20. This is why I don't read these until I get to the gym, because then I wouldn't come. And then after that, we got 2 drop sets. Oh yeah. He sat at home and thought about this. Stayed awake at night, probably. How can I get Clarissa's legs to grow? 1 minute quad hold, 20 reps, drop sets. All right, we're gonna do it. The guy's done on the good machine, so let's go over there. This is my first time using this machine. I did do a warm-up set off camera just now, just to make sure everything was adjusted right, but we're gonna go ahead and go into failure. I'm gonna do 175 today, since this is my first time using this machine. It's a failure. The other one, first of all, the leg pad, no leg pad, it's a bar on your ankle, hurts. And then it doesn't get the same stretch on the quad. I prefer a machine that allows my heels to come behind my knee so I can really elongate this quad. And then it also slightly reclines, so you get a little bit at the top there as well. That one's a little old school. It's like right here, which is cool for that top portion, but you don't get the full lengthening, which I rather like. All right, I need some money. Eight. 9. 11. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go immediately into a 1 minute quad hold. I've started, I promise, but I'm gonna get my stopwatch out. Whew. That really sucked. Next time I do this, I'll probably wear shorts so that I can make sure I'm not cheating with my little legs. But we're gonna go ahead and do. I'll go ahead and do the back down and drop sets off camera, because I'm feeling like that's gonna really suck. I won't lie, I am not looking forward doing these heels elevated squats after I did 17 reps over there. Drop set. Okay, I got 9. Drop set 6. My quads do not feel good, but nobody said this was gonna feel good. But did say it was gonna work. So heels elevated, Smith machine squat. Really gonna hit those quads again. They do have a nice little plankety plank here, so I'm gonna make sure that my feet are directly under the bar, which is what coach wants. Similar advice to my last video. Anytime you're using a new machine, this is a new Smith for me. A lot of times Smith machines don't weigh like anything, but in the off chance that it's the heaviest Smith machine you've ever used, maybe don't put too much weight on it. So we're starting with 25s on each side today, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just record this set for him because I know that it's only 25 pounds, so it shouldn't look that bad. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a gravy train. Oh brother. Good thing I didn't put a 135 on here. I will have to. But to start with, this is good. I'm gonna slide the balls of my foot down to the ground to where just my heels are elevated. There we go. I got it set in the mirror so you guys can at least see my feet for this set. This is gonna be our top set here. I did adjust this a little bit so that my feet are more underneath me. They still feel a little in front, but it's not too bad. And considering this is angled back, I'm sitting back against it instead of forward. He might want forward, I don't know. You get what's what I give you, you know? To 12s. Jesus. I got more. My gosh. Yeah, I don't like that. No. Yeah. All right, so last exercise of the day is the no eye contact machine. All these splits, split stretches don't actually do nothing apparently. Aha, aha, aha. There we go. This machine will let you lay back, but my program specifically says to sit up, so that is what I'm gonna do. I don't more have 3-second holds, but I used to, so I'm just gonna keep doing those for now. This is just my first warm up. I do have a top set of 9 to 12, and then a back down set of 12 to 15, and then that's it for the day. So all in all, not an easy leg day, not an easy shoulder day, but 3 good movements of everything that on the whole, when it comes to like days during the week, would I rather have a shoulder day or a leg day or blend it together like this? I don't mind this because tomorrow I've got posterior, back, hamstrings, delts, back, hamstrings, glutes, and then a rest day. So by the time I circle back around to delts and arms, my quads will have gotten 3 full rest days and they'll be fine. So this split has worked really well for us. There's just some new movements and new tempo patterns that I'm definitely not used to. Anywho, we're gonna go up and weight on this, and then once I finish this, we'll be doing our split stretches. Look at this camera guy. Let's see him.
Huh?
Let's see him.
You start recording whenever I stop.
Did you do any? Oh, I met your abs.
On my abs?
Yeah.
I don't think I have abs.
Yeah, show us your abs.
Huh?
You're keeping them safe for winter, that's what matters. Oh, yeah. You're keeping them safe for winter. Look at his shoulders, that's crazy. He's not even recording, what the heck? Yeah.
I know my limit.
He says he knows his limit. I mean, tomorrow's Friday. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
We're gonna be at home for a week because of the freeze.
Not me.
Yeah?
I ain't going to work, but I ain't staying home either.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I love you. Big shower. I'm gonna go to your mom's house and shower. So yeah, I won't even be there.
One more kiss.
Love you. All right. For those who don't know, I've been working on the splits. Actually, none of you know because this is my first time watching it through the YouTube. Anywho, I've been going about 2 weeks now on my stretches. I'm pretty proud of myself. Owie. Usually I have little blocks that help hold me in place here, but apparently they ripped the blocks in half. So I'm just freeballing it today. Each week I get a little closer. Just like right now, my calves are actually touching the ground. However, at this gym I do use the mat because I cannot slide on the rubber floors. And I feel like I could get a little lower here, but I'm just kind of stuck. So I'm gonna rock side to side today. Obviously it's not happening today. I'm still quite a bit of ways and I can't get upright without the little blocks, let alone get out of it. So this isn't gonna be the day, but it could be a training technique day for sure, as I am pretty close here. I'm getting closer every week. So I'm just gonna rock in this one today. Good leg day today. These stretches do feel good on my body. Doing them post workout, like I said, I do feel like in my day-to-day life there is less hip tightness and pain overall, so I am seeing some good results. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how sustainable these split stretches are for my lifestyle because they do take an extra 15 to 20 minutes of my workout. And yeah, maybe I'll get to the point one of these days where I don't have to do that much to maintain the skill. Golly. I'm so just doing these splits. All right, last one. I usually do the testers about twice through, and I was trying to hold them for 30 seconds or so, but I marked it up 10 or 15, as you can see. This is a lot deeper than I was getting into it when I was at this facility on this mat a couple weeks back, because I was in it and my calf just barely touched, and today both calves are touching, so that's cool. All right. Good training session. Thanks for being here. Hope y'all enjoyed another workout video with me. I'm headed home. We're anticipating the annual freeze. It's coming a little early this year. Usually they don't hit Texas until February, so hopefully this isn't a foreshadowing to what this winter is going to look like. But yeah, we've winterized our camper. We did that last year. Actually made a whole YouTube video on it. You can scroll back and check it out if you're interested in camper life in the winter. I'm looking forward to making some videos this weekend and just of all of the fuss. Hopefully it's not as bad as people are saying it's going to be, but if it is, it's going to be a rough one. Temperatures are getting down to 10 degrees here in North Texas, and there's a potential for like inch-thick ice, which is going to be crazy on our electric grid. But we've got our propane, we've got it stocked up. We've got our heated water hose. We have, this year we learned our lesson from last year. We stuffed a giant fuzzy blanket, so redneck, into our water filter
Every
box.
RV owner's
So
dream.
instead of having
To come home to thawed
like
water.
a water filter insulation tube like they do make, we've just stuffed a giant fuzzy blanket, but there's no way for air to get in there at all. So it works. We did put a foam thing over our hose spigot also. So do what you can, and then hope everything else goes as good as it can. The only thing we don't have is any wind barriers for underneath the RV. So the wind chill, who knows what that's gonna look like. Thankfully, our camper is propane heated throughout the floors. So the water, like water pipes under the house are actually gonna be heated and they're fine. Last year we found that out, everything was okay. The only thing that wasn't insulated was the water filter. So insulated water hose from the ground to the camper, water pipes in the camper, all insulated, water filter, not insulated, explosion. Yeah, that was a fun YouTube video. Y'all should go check it out. But we learned our lesson, hopefully. The only thing is just gonna be if electricity goes out, the system won't light. Our freaking RV needs electricity in order for the starter to spark. So that's a rock and a hard place. I'm pretty sure that I could get the stove to light just by lighting it with our stove to cook on. But otherwise I cook a lot with my air fryer, which is electric also. Anywho, yeah, that's it. Sorry, took a little turn there, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, drop them below. I'm always open to answer questions however I can, whether that's replying to your comment or making a whole video on it. Because I do like to make these videos. It's still fun to me, so we're gonna keep doing it. All right, gang, have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.